I just want to take it easy with some nice comfy city building. Is that too much to ask? I don't think it is. Let's check the map we have to save first. Here it is. It's for Ritesh. Save Mediolanum for Ritesh. So let's have a look at it. I'm going to assume that everything looks and sounds okay. It would sound a bit better if we actually had some music. Lack of music makes me nervous. Okay, so at first I was pretty surprised why this city would need saving. I mean, look at it. It's a pretty well-made city. I mean, anybody that can sustain Grand Insulae by mass is somebody that really doesn't need to be told how to play. I mean, they use the walkers effectively to get labor here, there, and everywhere. There are some reservations I have here. I always hate using low-tier pleb houses to get labor access for farming and, well, anywhere out in the Goonies, but whatever. Still, it looks great, and I was like, why could this possibly need saved? You even have a reasonable standing army here. Well, why don't we just let things play out and see what goes wrong here. Well, what happens is, yeah, quite a lot of Carthaginians arriving. Quite a hell of a lot. And then what do? Well, they dance around a bit. And then they come and just level the city. So what I was tasked with was, please save my city from this impending doom. And I said, well, okay. There's a few problems. First of all, the city has no structural defenses, so we are going to change that immediately. At the very least, this place needs walled off, because that'll buy some time. This person has very effectively built their city, so money is no object here, so we can even double up, or quadruple up, as the case may be, on the walls. This game and the music, it's like it wants me to be nervous. So there we go. Gatehouse will still allow free passage of our people, but if the enemy comes knocking, they'll have to chew through all these walls and such. Secondly, there's a really good choke point here that is not being utilized. I guess they wanted to construct additional houses here before our good friend Hannibal came and tore the place apart. So this is what I'm going to do. There we go. And we're going to tower this place up as well. Not extensively, but I mean that should do, right? I like to give a couple of spaces between each tower. They're more effective if you just bunch them all together. There's no good reason not to, except for aesthetics, and aesthetics should always be important. We'll smack a gatehouse in it. Gatehouses come with 4 free... what am I trying to say here? They come with 4 free roads, so I have to delete those. Alright, so far so good. What I like about this city, that you don't often see in cities, is that it's actually completely connected. I mean, through gatehouses to block walkers' movement, some places are cordoned off, but look at it, it's all connected up. Even all the way up to here where the military stuff is going, which means if we just link this up, it'll be able to supply guards for these turrets. So I'm going to delete that engineer and this superfluous fountain, because if we check their water, they'd already made some pretty good fountain stuff here. No need for more. In fact, these fountains are also, well, this fountain at least is more than is needed. But I'm not here to fix the city in that respect, although I certainly could. I don't think this person really needs it. They've done a bang-up job. What I will do, even though I just talked about how I hate doing it, is build some houses there so these guys get labor access. Because what I am doing will change the walkers in a way that I can't really initially make plans for. So we should get some people here. That'll supply workers, and everything will be fine. Hopefully, this barracks will then provide some turret workers. Now, these guys are positioned pretty badly for fighting, because if they want to go down here, they have to go around here and almost certainly engage the enemy. So I'm going to position the guys centrally so they are able to quickly react. Because Legionnaires are slow. They are very slow. They're not all fully fleshed out, but I care more about getting the towers provided. As for the snakes and the fish, they are fast, so I'll leave them be, because I can move them around that bit faster. Jake, you mentioned on the Paradox Plays the Classic stream that you might play Dungeon Keeper again. Any plans on that? I will probably do it as a weekly one-shot, if not next week, the week after, because I want to do Resident Evil 7 next weekend. The limiting factor being that it's difficult to stare at a screen for as long as I do. Because my eyes get super tired out, oddly enough, after all this surgery malark. Okay, so things look okay to me. Now we could cheese this just by having loads of lion workers here to feed Hannibal's troops, but I don't think we're going to need that. All in all, I'm pretty impressed with this this map. Hell yeah. Okay, those guys will get into position. As we saw, it does not take long for the enemy to arrive, and our legions are on their way. And the snakes are almost fully kitted up. Now these guys will have access to employees, which is good, and here he comes. Alright, so since it's our top priority to kill them, we might as well get to work on that pretty quickly. Now, depending which way they go... Now, when we saw it, they went down this way, but there's no guarantee they won't go this way. I like to think the defenses will stop them, but we shall see. That's why I'm keeping these guys centrally instead of deploying them to a specific area. We'll see which way these guys are flowing. Alright, so our good man Hannibal. He's not pulling any punches here. I want you guys there. So we will begin by aggroing some of them, because these are our javelin throwers. They're really good at what they do, and that is throwing javelins. So with a bit of a rolling defense here, we can ensure that we always batter them with our javelins. Which is just as well, because these guys keep on coming. Alright, so it seems pretty quickly that they're coming down this way, just in time for these guys to arrive. I'm going to position them a lot closer now. This guy don't give up, does he? There we go, they should all make their way there. I'll reposition my javelineers. I just want to get the most javelins thrown per second. Unfortunately they engaged, so I think we have some dead people there. Oh no, they got saved by their brethren. Let's keep up the rolling defense. It seems that they're all coming this way, which is good news for us, because this is exactly where our defense is. Our legions are taking their time, but we have everything we need here. Keep on rolling back, guys. Backup is on its way. Now what you can do is layer your units on top of each other when they're legionnaires. That way they fight that bit more effectively. Multiple will engage. Okay, so they all look to be coming this way. It's good news for us. And now our towers are within range, so they're going to get to work too. Alright, we scared the suckers off. Not so scared of these guys anymore. Towers do massive damage. They'll generally kill anything they come across. But the bulk of the army is on its way, so we best be ready for them. There's no excuse for not laying on as much damage as we can. Any time that we're not throwing javelins on them is time that they're amassing, And we're not doing damage. So come and get some. Those elephants in particular deal crazy damage. They can really, really tank your javelins. Alright, so the javelins are going to stay behind the legions, or the legionnaires. Legionnaires is a horrible disease, these are legionaries. There we go, they're even able to tank ballistic shots, so there we go, he can't tank two of them. On they come. So they're meeting javelins, they're meeting towers. They're meeting their doom. Man, imagine being Hannibal, and that's what happens to your prize elephants. He didn't make it to Rome with many of them. Okay, so the Carthaginians are a bit terrified right now. They don't know what to do, so they're going to march to their doom. If we get an overview of our soldiers here, we have not lost any legionnaires. I think we only had 14 of them there. In fact, nobody is dead. Morale is very high. Health is very good. Could be perfect though. Let's level these guys. Ballistic shots tend to level a single soldier whenever they fire, so it's good. And yes, Vokuhila surgery went very well. I was even back to work the following day. And that is that. We lost 1, 2, 3 legionnaires and no javelins. Everybody can return to their forts now, because the enemy is fleeing. Of course, it's not over. We have more coming in. These guys are unnecessary. Pop. And I kind of feel bad for not feeding them, so here you go. You guys did a lot for us, so I'm only too happy to give you some stuff. Yeah, that should give them much of what they need. There you go. See, that's just how nice I am to people sometimes. Alright, so all went well. And our units are very quickly replaced. Up to 16. Ideally, health should be perfect for everybody. But they restore when they're in their forts here. Ziambe is asking if this is hard or very hard. Looks like we're playing on hard mode. I generally play on hard. Very hard has a very nasty bug at the start of the game. Although, I should learn to overcome that bug and just play on very hard. I think that would be for the better. All in all, these blocks are looking pretty stable. So, our builder here has done a great job. In fact, they should show up right here. Ritesh Aurora. Good job. So I'm just here to defend the city, and I guess I'll quickly complete the map afterwards, because I want to get on with my own custom map. I want to become one with the comfy. Alright, he's back for more, and this time he's attacking there. Well, this time I'm going to try it without the assistance of my my walls, even though that is definitely a big part of preparing your defenses. Now, you might be tempted to always use the tortoise formation, but there's really no particular need for it. It gives you a bit of depth, but not much thickness. No, not much width to it, actually. It's good to protect you from missile fire, but if you're not getting peppered by missiles, and legionnaires really shouldn't, then why bother? It increases your defense from it, doesn't make you invulnerable to them, though. So these are not like the horse archers of Stronghold. They can't move and shoot, but they sure can shoot. So the whole purpose here is just to guide the enemy to their doom. Structured retreat. And they get behind the legions, who will just mow these guys down, or what's left of them. They're so terrified of us. Okay, but we should be terrified of them, because now their bulky elephants are coming, and we do not have the towers to protect us. Not this time, at least. I mean, this is not a military game. Military is only really in this game to push your economy forward, because if you don't prepare for it, they're going to come and, well, steamroll your village. If anything, this is the hardest military map in terms of actual fighting. None leave alive here, come on. So we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legionnaires. And a grand total of none of our javelineers. So there we go. All went well, the city is defended, and the only attack is ages away. Given how well this individual's done on prosperity, I don't really think we need to help them out much at all. Hell, let's just finish off this map, just to put some closure on it. So really, Ritesh, it was Ritesh, right? Yes, Ritesh. I don't really think you needed my help, but it's quite nice that people would submit a map. I mean, if you're playing the game and you're having trouble with, well, with anything in it, I'd be only too delighted to take on your map. Let's just finish this in the ugliest possible manner. These people will probably be unhappy at their living conditions, so I'm not going to tax them. And I'm going to give them more money just to mess with the guy's economy here. I just need population, and I'll probably need culture as well. Culture is down to educating your people with schools, libraries and academies, and giving them lots and lots of theatres. If you have 100% coverage on all of those, then you're going to have a very happy populace. And that should be plenty. Let's just have them roll on in. And if prosperity takes too much of a hit, then whoop-de-doo, we can fix that. We have the technology. But there's a million better ways to do this. I'm just doing it this way because I am super lazy and I want to get on with the other map. Never have small tents when you can have large tents. They're just better in every conceivable way. And wells are practically free. I like Mediolanum. It's a great map. You're only limited to grand villas, if I recall. There's only one kind of one type of wine available. So there we go. All I did was trash the prosperity because we lost money, probably because I stopped having people pay rent. I can also take care of the prosperity cap by diluting a lot of the 1x1s there. There we go. So prosperity will go up. Well, hopefully when people get taxed a bit better. 8% should do us. Ka, I wish. There we go. Nice map. Rona Bui McNeil. Oh well, we'll just call you McNeil. Says, oh my gosh, Caesar 3. I love the series. Caesar 3 is a great game. Many things are wanted, but all I want to do is finish off this map. And the net in and out flow doesn't actually look so good for us. Prolix, we are... Well, when in doubt, tax the bejesus out of your people. They won't mind. Hell, I can even tax these guys. I'm that cruel. There we go. Done and done right.
That Hannibal could cross the Alps with his elephants was amazing. That Mediolanum would prosper despite his assault is a miracle. Your success turns the tide of the Punic War in Rome's favor. All Rome thanks you.
Damn, I love that map so much. Then again, I think I love Lugdunum more.